Hi, Epithorus Bull here. I'd like to give a response video for CapriciousBlackBox in his quest to understand morality a little better. And so I'm going to give you some feedback on what I think morality is, and hopefully you can respond back or use it in a way that helps you understand morality better from your perspective. As a person who is an atheist and a person who believes that evolution is a fact, any physical characteristic or behavior that a species exhibits has to be put through the evolutionary lens. And so the fact that humans believe that there is a behavior that is immoral, we have to have developed that idea based on the fact that it helps us in some way to be more fit, more capable of reproducing. And I think that if you looked at any species that has to function within a group dynamic, they are going to have a set of rules or guidelines or behaviors that they as a group recognize as appropriate or inappropriate behavior. And the more likely you are to be able to predict your group members' behavior, the more likely it is for your group to be able to function in a cohesive way. And humans are, we've dominated the globe, right? So we must have been able to function effectively as a group. And one of the ways that we function really well as a group is that we have language. And the fact that we have that language allows us to communicate between group members more effectively in order to predict behavior. So if we can communicate to our other members what behaviors are the most inappropriate, it's most likely that those members will identify that behavior as something that they're not going to do, that they're going to try to avoid. And immoral is the highest level that we apply to a behavior. So if a behavior is the most inappropriate it could be for the group dynamic to function properly, then we're going to label that immoral. And below that is a sliding scale all the way down to mildly annoying to the group, right? And then there's inappropriate, and then there's wildly inappropriate, and on up the scale till you get to immoral. And so that's why when we say, is murder immoral? Why we ask that question is because that clearly is one of those things that would, if we went around killing each other, there's no way we would be able to function as a cohesive unit. And the same goes for slavery and rape, and all of those things add a high level of discord to the group. So those are the things that we typically label as immoral, but they're simply an inappropriate behavior, and they are identified within the group as something that's going to cause discord. Now, on that topic, discord, there's been this discussion that that morality has something to do with suffering, but I think that that's a complete red herring. It has nothing to do with morality. Morality is simply, our scale of behavior is simply identified based on how it affects the cohesiveness of the group. And that which causes more discord is labeled to be the worst behavior. Now, we have an aversion to suffering, right? We have a high level of empathy, and empathy is one of those tools that a species uses to understand how another member of its species feels. And so we develop a sense of justice based on that, right? So anytime we see another element of our species suffering, because of empathy, we recognize that as not good. Okay, so that's just a symptom of our ability to have empathy is just a symptom of our being, and that's why we recognize those things as immoral. But we label it as immoral because it's actually causing discord within the group, not because we personally find it to be unpleasant, right? because we find it unpleasant, that's what causes the discord, and that discord is what causes something to be labeled immoral. And so you know, the whole idea that might's right completely fails, because when you have somebody who is dictatorial in their behavior, that's often considered by many in the group to be inappropriate and causing discord within a group. So often you see dictators get overthrown. Well, if there was accord within the group that that behavior was appropriate, then having a dictator overthrown wouldn't happen. So might making right is clearly not what dictates morality. Morality is labeled subjectively based on how it causes discord within a group. That's all morality is. I'd like to hear what you think. Go ahead and comment below, or send me a response video, or reach out to me on Google+. Be happy to hear what your thoughts are on the matter. Thanks, man.